American dream. We need to understand that because this is where you mentioned that there is always, we grew up hearing that you have to own a house. We have to own a house. So I can only talk about the US because that's where I'm from. The American dream that's sold to us is that you need to work 9 to 5. Okay. And save money aside on your retirement account. You need to buy a house on mortgage. You pay it off in 30 years and 30 years later, you have a paid off house. Okay. That's the American dream. So now who does it benefit? And I'm going to reveal some numbers right now that's going to be shocking. Shocking, Sheikh, to most of our audience. Some audience, inshallah, they know it, but most of the audience is going to be shocking. So average home price in the US right now is $450,000. Okay. Let's say someone gets a house for $450,000 on a 30-year mortgage. Okay. That's typically the mortgage length in America, 30 years. Okay. So 30 years, you're going to be paying for the house. Okay. So, and the current interest rate in the market is 6.7, 6.8%. Okay. If you get it at 6.8%, the loan, and you buy a house, that's what being pushed right now, that it's a haja, you should do it as a Muslim. So let's see what happens if you do it as a Muslim to your numbers, okay? So $450,000 house, 6.8% interest for 30 years. Guess how much you end up paying in 30 years, Sheikh? That $450,000, of course you pay. On top of that, how much do you pay? How much? You pay roughly $610,000 on top of that. So that $450,000 house becomes $1 million plus house.
We have to take this a step back. The reason why that's blown my mind is because you said 6% interest rate. That sounds like there's 100+% interest rate.
Yeah, that's the compound, Sheikh. That's when it's not done right, that tool, the power of compounding is unbelievable, Sheikh, like any tool, like AI. So this is that tool.
So there's positive compounding and
negative compounding.
This is crazy because I thought they would just pay 6% more.
So, Sheikh, if you are from a commercial standpoint, if you are the bank, from a commercial perspective, if somebody is the bank, that's positive compounding for them because they invested $450,000. They're getting back $1,050,000 in a very safe asset class, right? So the American dream only serves the banks. The more they can sell American dreams, the more loans people will take, the more the banks will get bigger and richer. And then the banks, what do the bank do with that money? They pay the government through buying bonds and all those things. That's a different topic. But ultimately, it benefits the government. But coming to the consumer, they're paying $600,000